Hello, what's good guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of Louder Than Words. Let's just jump into it. Luis, Luis, Luis. Yo, wake the fuck up, Luis.
Rise and shine, Luis.
What time is it?
It's 6:30 a.m.
Huh? Who the hell wakes up this early during a field... Hold on. Why are you waking me up? And how'd you get in here?
I found Artemis' key card on one of the tables at the restaurant yesterday. But he was already back in his room by that time, so I thought I'd surprise you this morning and give it back at the same time. As for why, I just knew that if someone didn't come wake you up, you'd be up at 10 a.m. or something. Just so you know, breakfast here starts at 7 and ends at 8:30. And we're heading out at 8 to start visiting the city.
Oh, I see. Is he still asleep?
Yeah, I'm counting on you to wake him up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super pumped for this week. I can't wait to discover this place.
Yeah, I just hope we don't go around visiting museums or art galleries. That would be a total bore fest. Sorry, you've been awfully silent these past 2 days. Are you not looking forward to this week? Oh, no, it's just I really don't like crowded places. I feel very anxious when there's too many people around in one place. I won't deny that this restaurant is pretty packed. I'm surprised it manages to fit as many students as it does.
Anyways, I heard the visit's going to end at 1 p.m. What do you all say we eat lunch downtown today?
I'm down. Count me in. Yeah, me too.
It's settled then. I'll ask around for a nice place to get lunch before the visit ends.
Alright everybody, I need your attention now. Today's theme is history, and we're going to be visiting the Hakone checkpoint. We'll be departing from here in about 10 minutes, and we would theoretically arrive there at 10:30 a.m. The visit will include a guided tour with commentary from a guide, so I'll ask you to refrain from speaking during that time. It will be at about 1 p.m. after which you will be free to do whatever. Please remember, all the students must be at the hotel by 8 p.m. and the school rules apply here as well. Now pay attention to what the guide will say, and most of all, enjoy yourselves. Let's go. Man, who cares about some random checkpoint? I want to visit cool stuff, not this crap.
Come on, I'm sure it won't be that uninteresting. Plus, what cool stuff do you want to visit?
I don't know, like Kinjitsu or a dojo that has a historical significance to it, right?
I don't think there are any in this area, at least not that I'm aware of. Either way, there isn't much you can do about it, so stop complaining, you pathetic human being.
Damn, that's me. Oh shit. I hope they don't drag this any longer than it should. He's just going to ignore that? Despite some of our world-class talent and complaining, we took off on our first visit, ready to discover the city of Hakone. The first half an hour of walking has us surrounded by nature, as the hotel is located on the outskirts of the city. The fresh morning breeze, the sound of the trees gently swaying harmoniously in the wind, the singing of the birds, and more all contribute to the disappearance of our initial apprehension. Even the great complainer couldn't help but enjoy this one. This surely is one of the nicest walks I've had on God's green earth. See, I told you it won't be as bad as you thought. Hold on, I'm not talking about the checkpoint itself. We haven't even gotten there yet. The trees on our left vanish, and we are treated to an exquisite scenic view of the lake Ashi, with its deep blue tone. As residents of Kamakura, we're more used to the sea and its trademark sea breeze, so a lake is a nice change of pace. After what felt like hours of walking, we make it to the checkpoint. There, we met up with the other teachers as well as the student council, who got there earlier than we did. Morning, Luis. Did you sleep well in your new room? I guess, but I was so tired yesterday that even a rock would have sufficed for me to get a good night's sleep. That's great to hear. I hope you appreciated the view on the way here. By the way, are you free this afternoon? Well, I'm meeting downtown with some friends, but after that I'm free for the whole day. That's great. I'm eating with the council and the teachers. So how about we meet up after that?
I don't think Luis is free this afternoon. After all, he's going with me to the arcade. Right, Luis?
Huh? Nobody said anything about an arcade. Is there even one in Hakone? I think that's for him to decide. He's not your property as far as I'm concerned. Oh shit, that's a bit of a beef.
Well, he's not yours either. Stop pestering him with this nonsense.
Pestering him? I'm sure he would rather be with me than with sore losers like you. You're the one holding him back.
Damn you, how dare you come.
Everybody calm down, just calm down. I haven't even thought of it yet, so stop fighting. Having Natsumi and Yuriko in the same place really is a recipe for disaster. Those clearly don't like each other too much. Yeah, it's pretty obvious, dog. Well, at least I'll have this conflict as something fun to look forward to during this visit. If this trip is lacking anything, it's fun. The guide kept speaking in a monotone voice while pointing at different parts of the military checkpoint and reciting paragraphs of history books about how it used to regulate traffic or something. All the while, Yuriko and Natsumi keep fighting over the silliest of details, and I don't particularly want to join either side. The clock struck 1, and we are now pondering on where to fill our stomachs.
I've asked the guide if he knows any nice places to get lunch for students, but the place he gave me sound like they're quite expensive and geared towards gastronomy enthusiasts or something.
Well, do you have any better suggestions?
Why would I go ask him about it if I knew better?
Then let's go. I'm getting quite hungry, so how about we check out the least expensive sounding one? Don't worry, we won't starve, but I agree that we should get going. We don't have all day. He's always been like this, never gets angry except when his stomach's empty. The one we actually ended up going isn't too fancy, nor as expensive as she touted it to be. It feels like a hybrid between traditional restaurant and some sort of fast food, providing us with somewhat of a quality meal, but without bankrupting us in the process.
That was delicious. I'm glad we found this place, and it wasn't too expensive either.
Yep, sure is.
Well, let's get going. I think I'll go back to the hotel. I really want to check out that mini arcade. Who's with me?
I would love to, but I already have something planned with some friends this afternoon. I have practice today, and not to mention I have to finalize the soundtrack for the movie.
You, Luis, you're not going to ditch me too, are you?
Oh god. Spend the afternoon at the arcade with Natsumi, practice with Sayori, hang out with Yuriko. Practice has got a fucking quotation marks on it. Oh, bruh. I feel like I want to hang out with Yuriko. I really hope this doesn't fuck up my path, I guess. I'm gonna spend the afternoon with Natsumi though. I feel like I did her dirty last time. Yeah, I'll spend the time with her. No, of course not. I'm with you.
Sweet. Alright. See you all later then.
Her tone on the last question was very passive-aggressive, almost to the point of it sounding like a threat. Nevertheless, we went ahead and took the same path as we did to get here, but this time it is much more exhausting climb.
Luis, I really can't thank you enough for sticking with me. You're really the only one I can rely on.
Oh, don't worry about it, it's nothing.
You're always so kind and caring to me, and you're the only one who actually listens to me.
I guess.
Just please stay away from that witch. She's really not someone you should befriend or even get remotely close to her at all.
Bro, Natsu, why are you such a fucking asshole? You mean Yuriko? Shoot, I totally forgot about her. Hope she isn't too mad. because I've basically just stood her up in favor of avoiding Natsumi's wrath.
Damn, just thinking about how she acted around you annoys the hell out of me. I just wish she would get expelled already. But of course, I don't know if it's because they're that stupid or because they're in bed with her. In any case, they keep ignoring my allegations.
Jesus fucking Christ, Natsumi. Because they're in bed with her? Dude, Natsumi, what the fuck? This is some pretty tough allegations, Natsumi. You can't fucking... She's just a friend, you know? And plus, I'm sure she was genuinely tired. That's why she rested on the... Hold on. What allegations are you making against her?
I've been telling them about her less desirable habits and also about her shady dealings.
So you're telling me you want to get her expelled just because she has a habit of smoking and she annoys the hell out of you?
Oh, it's much more than that, although I won't deny that part of the reason. I don't have a lot of damning evidence. She always hanging out with the shadiest people in town, and not just some delinquent nobodies. I even saw her once with a known criminal.
Oh my gosh. It was Jeffrey Epstein.
He was arrested a few years back and convicted for robbery, and she was just there talking with him as if he was a neighbor or something.
I don't think we can necessarily draw conclusions from that, although it is pretty shady, but I can think of a few reasons as to why she'd do that.
Why are you defending her so much? And whose side are you on?
Look, I just don't like unnecessary conflict, especially between people I know.
Sure, whatever.
She's a bit mad, but it's a sacrifice worth having. I can't afford an all-out war between the two, so calming her instead may help.
Oh, I never expected it to be so big. It's almost double the size of our classroom.
Right, I toured to the hotel privately, but she had to follow the group, so they probably didn't show this part of the hotel.
And there's all kinds of games too. Alright, what do we start with?
I would say pool. I don't know if the other games are fit for only 2 players.
Fine, but I'll start.
She was adamant on opening the game, but she still manages to catapult the ball in the air in what is perhaps one of the worst shots I've ever witnessed. Each round we played, it became clearer that outside rhythm of machines and fighting games, she really isn't that skilled. Sometimes she managed to shoot past the balls, including once at the very start.
Well, I don't think I'm cut out for this after all.
That's a pretty nice way of saying that you greatly lack skill.
Oh, shut up.
So what do we do now? You want to keep playing?
I don't know.
Oh, Natsumi, I know you all too well. I could sense shift in her tone, one that she often exhibits when she's about to get serious about something. Now that the others aren't around, she probably wants to share something controversial she otherwise wouldn't.
Luis,
Yeah?
I don't say this often, and I know it may sound sappy, but I don't care. I'll just say it.
No sappy lines allowed.
I still feel like I have to thank you for being with me. All the others left me. The administration doesn't listen to me, and Sayori is starting to grow farther from me. I realize that among all these variables, you're the only constant. You're the one that's here when I need you, and when I want you. No, just when you need me or want me.
Huh? I mean, that's kind of a hyperbole, but okay.
Don't get me wrong. It's just I feel like getting to know you was one of the best things that's happened to me. Honestly, I really like you, Luis, as a person.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I'm glad to have you around, Natsumi.
You know what? Just shut up.
She moves in closer. Her hands grab mine. No, 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 no. Do not kiss me, Natsumi. Fuck her. Her eyes waltz around my body.
Luis,
Say no more. What are you doing, bro? Why'd you kiss her, bro? Bro, I better not. Dude, just because this one fucking day, are you telling me I went the fucking Natsumi route? Luis. Wake the fuck up, Luis. We've got a breakfast to eat. This time another voice is calling onto me from the realm of the awakened. Yesterday, the soft, innocent voice of Natsumi opened my eyes, But today, a slightly deeper and heavier voice brings you back to life. That of Yuriko. How did she even get in here? You must have left the door open yesterday, because I was so tired, I just went to sleep the second I got here. Bro, why the fuck am I like some fucking... I don't know, dude. Like, so fucking easy, bro. Fucking chick just went in for the kiss and I did not back down. For Christ's sake, get up already. It's like 6:20. Good morning, Yuriko. To what do I owe the pleasure? I thought I'd come and wake you up, so I could see the fat face you make while sleeping. Huh? I mean, okay, sure. Do I really need to justify me wanting to see you? No, I mean, forget it. Anyway, you may not already know, but today we're visiting Awakodani, a volcanic valley next to the city, national park, and Mount Hakone. Don't forget to bring sunglasses and some sort of protection from the sun because there's a strong heat wave outside. Couldn't they have picked a cooler place to visit during this weather? I'm not the one who made the decision, so you're going to have to take that sentiment to the administration, not me. One thing I find bizarre is the absence of Natsumi, who I can hardly imagine just forgot to pester me this morning. She must have been driven away by Yuriko. Here she comes. I was expecting her to show up. Huh?
Rise and shine, Luis. It's time for you to wake up. I brought you so... Huh? What are you doing here exactly?
I'm here to wake Luis up for breakfast. So, what are you doing here?
You know, that's quite funny because I'm pretty sure that's my job.
I don't remember there being a specific assignment for you to wake him up. And even then, nobody asked you to do it. Oh my gosh, nobody really did.
Really? Care to explain why you weren't here to wake him up yesterday then? When I emphasized on I, that just did that.
What's more, I have every right to be here, so long as I'm not disturbing the occupants of this room.
I've really had enough of your nonsense.
Ugh. Yo, would you mind being a little quieter? I'm trying to sleep over here.
Shut the fuck up, Harima.
Tell me, Luis, do you have any plans for this evening? Not really. You have something in mind? Yes, I do, but it's another surprise. How about we meet up in the lobby after dinner? Sure, I'll think about it. I'm just wondering why the evening and not the afternoon, though. Oh, you'll also learn of a small excursion with the school after the visit this afternoon. That's why. And do you happen to know what that would be? Yes, but I was told it was a surprise, so you'll have to wait for now. Once again, you're full of surprises. With our food plates empty and stowed away, we make our way into the entrance where, like yesterday, the teacher is waiting to give us instructions. Alright everybody, I need your attention now. Today's theme is geography, and so we're going to be visiting Awakodani. We'll be departing from here in about 10 minutes, and we would theoretically arrive there at around 9:30 a.m. Like last time, the visit will be guided, so I'll ask you to refrain from speaking during that time. It will be over at noon, after which you will receive further instructions. Again, please remember that all students must be at the hotel by 8 p.m., and the school's rules apply here as well. Now pay attention to what the guide will say, and most of all, enjoy yourselves. Let's go! Further instructions? I thought we would be free after visits like yesterday. Sir, what kind of instructions will we be given out? You'll find out in due time. For now, just enjoy the visit. And so we went on our merry way to Awakodani, following a much shorter path than yesterday. Unchanged, the path once again basks us in beauty, with the same light breeze, sway of the trees, and singing of the birds as yesterday. At one of the checkpoints of our journey, we even had to hop onto cable cars in order to make the voyage up the mountain easier on us. As it leads us higher, we start to see the most splendid view of the valley, with grand trails of smoke rising from the bottom, surrounded by a grayish-green soil. Wonderfully dangerous, this view has all of the students taken aback. It's so beautiful. I can't believe I've never heard of this place. Sometime after we got off our transports at one of the peaks of the valley where we were presented at a restaurant that sells black eggs. The sulfur in the hot spring waters is what turns the shells black, and don't be afraid, it's not poisonous. According to the local lore, eating a single one adds 7 years to your lifespan, but take that as you may. That's the guide's explanation for their color, but I highly doubt that lore has any truth to it. If it did, every human on Earth would be shrinking a diet of black eggs for the rest of their lives. After eating a few, some of which Yuriko made sure to feed me, we were allowed a few minutes to take pictures and take a view, like that of Mount Fuji, but are soon ordered back onto the cable cars. Alright, listen up everyone. This would normally be the time at which we leave you for the rest of the day, but we do have an activity for you this afternoon. First off, we're all going to eat at a local restaurant we reserved for today, and then we'll embark on a bike tour around the city. Of course, all the bikes will be provided by us, but we will ask you to be careful with the material we are providing, as you will be held accountable for any damages. I hope you enjoy the ride. Apart from the members of the biking club, the school as a whole seems less than enthusiastic at the prospect of traversing the whole of Hakone on bike. Nevertheless, we all went to the restaurant in order to gain a little bit of energy before losing all of it. There, Yuriko left me for the first time since this morning in order to eat with the council administration, as they expect her to do so. That being said, it's a perfect opportunity to get word to Natsumi about this morning's situation. Hey Natsumi, can I sit here? I'll take that as a yes. Look, I know you're still a bit mad about this morning. I'm here to apologize. Well, I don't know why exactly I'm apologizing, since it's technically Yuriko's fault, really, but someone has to do it. I absolutely wasn't expecting her to come, and she pinned me down against my will. Bro, quit fucking lying, dude. Don't let her get to you. I just don't want to get too much in the way of the president, so I don't get in trouble with the higher-ups. That's fucking cap. So cheer up, okay?
I'm sorry, I'm a bit gloomy, but she gets on my nerves too much. The way she uses her power and influence is just sickening to me. Even worse, she gets away with it, and still manages to maintain a good image to the rest of the population.
It is what it is. It's best just to ignore her, if she's provoking you.
Well, why don't you ignore her?
It's kind of tough to ignore someone who's constantly throwing himself at me. And as I said, I don't want to get in trouble with her, since there's a possibility that I go to college next year. If I can get a recommendation from her and the administration, it would be a top-notch.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then please just don't get too close to her. You know what? I have a brilliant idea. I brought playing cards with me, and since we're free this evening, how about you come over to play? I also have some other games we could try.
Oh god, who's gonna break it to Natsumi? I don't know,
Come on, Luis, we had so little time to play together. Or are you telling me you prefer spending time alone, or even worse, with someone else?
Fine. Sure, I'll think about it.
Alright then, I'm counting on you. Meet me at the arcade after dinner, alright?
We were then asked to form groups of 10 for the bike ride. Like usual, Arima and I found ourselves in the same group with some of our friends. Each group begins the tour 10 minutes after the other to ensure we have enough space between them. Alright, third group, get ready to go. And so we set about touring the city on our bikes, from Lake Ashi to the view of Mount Fuji to the center of the city. I can certainly say that I've seen it all. Despite all this, one thing came to mind and kept me occupied for a good while, and that is, hey Arima, have you seen Sayori around?
No, now that you ask me, no I haven't.
Not even during this morning.
No, I was only with Natsumi and you.
I haven't seen her either. I was wondering if she got lost, but since you didn't see her this morning, it must mean she's still at the hotel. Wherever she isn't here, and that seems odd. She's kind of the person to not miss a single lesson or school activities, so she must be extremely sick or something. With the tour over, we hop off of our school-issued bikes and stow them at the hotel's bike shack. We then make our way back into the hotel for a nice shower before eating dinner.
Ah, finally back at the lobby. Man, that was so exhausting. I can't believe they made us exercise during our precious field trip.
It wasn't a walk in the park, but it was still a nice way to get get a tour of the city. You really should stop complaining and start appreciating what you have.
What are you, my mom? I'm just advocating for us to do cooler stuff while we're here instead of visiting checkpoints and biking like if we could.
Huh? Someone's tugging my shirt. Sayori, where were you this whole time? I was in my room. I told the teacher I was sick and couldn't attend today's excursion.
So that's where you were.
But were you really sick though? You don't look like it. I do somewhat kind of feel a bit lightheaded, but I admit it was a bit of an exaggeration. In truth, I needed the day off to add the finishing touches to the movie's main theme. I came to the lobby to ask you if you dropped by after dinner and give me your opinion on the piece. Okay, but why me? You're the only one I could ask here, since you have a bit of knowledge in music and, you already saw me perform. I mean, okay, I feel like there's something else at play here. Well, I had some other things planned, but I'll think about it. Thanks. I'll be waiting for you in my room after supper. I'm counting on you, Luis. She went away almost as quickly as she came, and I almost left again with Arima as we make our way back into our room. Fuck. Luis, mind if I sit here?
I was here first, so back off, Yuriko.
Oh my, I think you're wrong on this one, as I was here first, and the fact that the platter is already on the table is proof of that.
Nonsense. You almost threw your platter down. Your body was behind mine when I spoke up, so I'm the first.
You're both wrong. I was the first to make contact with the table, so I'm the first here.
Sayori, what are you doing here?
I want to eat my dinner with Luis, and I have some important stuff to tell him for tonight. What a coincidence. I also have something important to tell him. All three of you really need to calm down. How about you all sit here then?
I don't want to sit next to that. No, thank you.
I'm afraid I share the same resentment towards that idea. Well, it's either that or you leave us be. I don't want to hear you fighting while I'm having dinner.
I see. Well, I certainly don't want to disturb you, Luis. See you later.
The last thing I want on this earth is for you to feel annoyed, and so I will be taking my leave. See you tonight. Enjoy your meal, Luis. As the commotion finally dies down, the spectators around us divert their attention to their plates and partners. Really, what annoys me most was all the attention they were attracting, more than their fighting. Arima, who ate in silence during the whole time, has finished his meal, and so have I.
Luis, I'm going to attend a small party my buddies are holding tonight. Want to come?
Thanks, but I already have plans with someone else this evening. Maybe next time. After all, what I was about to do was much more important. I'm now faced with one of the hardest choices I have to make in my life. I could go to the lobby, but I would be immediately scooped up by Yuriko, who is waiting for me there. I could also use the exit and go straight to the arcade through the entrance where Natsumi should be waiting for me. Finally, I could use the lift and go to Sayori's room, which also she shares with Natsumi, where she's also waiting for me. Bruh, I hate when they give me choices, dude, because I feel fucking bad. Oh, dude, you can't. I'm gonna tell you guys this, dude. Bro, I fucking love Yuriko. I want to click Yuriko, but I feel like I should go to Sayori, bro. Because I haven't talked to Sayori, but honestly, bro, I'm not too interested in Sayori. Then maybe, I'm sorry, bro, I gotta go Yuriko. Selfish play. Selfish play. I should probably take Yuriko on her offer since she was the first to ask for my time. Yeah, she also was the first, guys. Take that in consideration. There's no telling what she has in store for me, as I remember her mentioning this as another one of her surprises, which have so far never really been good ones. Having made my choice, I show myself out of the restaurant and into the lobby. There I find Yuriko sitting in the middle with her legs crossed. Luis, I hope you've made your mind up about this morning's offer. Of course. I have. Why else would I be here? And, well, I'm coming with you. Didn't you say there was a surprise in store for me? Then please follow me. That's weird. This floor is much fancier than the others. How's that so? My guess is that the rooms here are much more expensive for regular customers, as this is where you'll find the suites and the nicest views. The suites and the nicest views. So like usual, the administration and your council get to indulge in such privileges like the nobles you think you are. Freaking high class. And we, the students, have to settle for the worst and suffer your oppression like the commoners that we are. I think you're somewhat wrong on this, as we have to work more than you as both students and council members, so I think it's only fair we get a little rewards for our efforts. As for administration, I don't think I need to explain why adults who manage the school get special treatment. Yeah, whatever, just let me complain in peace instead of actually improving my situation. Her room is significantly bigger than any I have seen in this hotel, but also considerably messier. Brown boxes stacked in the back corner, clothes lying on the floor, empty lighters next to the dusty membership cards on the coffee table, various bags of food next to her laptop, and other bits and bobs. And Vagana. They all paint a different picture than that of an organized manager of the student body. Welcome to my room, Luis. I suppose I should have tidied it, but that would just be deceptive. But the real surprise is this. She points at a bottle of expensive-looking sake lying on the coffee table right next to two conveniently placed cups. Oh gosh, boys. We're gonna do a bit of underage drinking. I was hoping to have a drink with you tonight. I hope you don't mind. It's not that, but I'm going to have a hard time hiding this consumption from the others tonight and tomorrow morning. Oh, that's not an issue, since you won't be leaving my room tonight. Now, to a bright future together. Cheers. Bro, Yuriko... Bro, Yuriko is a fucking alpha. Cheers. Kanpai. The expensive sake looks the part and definitely tastes the part. It is unlike any other sake my palate had to access. As the night sinks deeper, we are becoming less and less sober by the minute. Occasionally she bursts into laughter out of nowhere in reaction to any mildly amusing comment I made. What started out as one bottle for us quickly devolves into several for me, and some tobacco mixed with God knows what for her. What's more, we're in a spacious couch, but she's getting so close to me that I'm starting to run out of room to spread my legs. I'm also reminded of one aspect of my body I had forgotten, which is my relative intolerance to alcohol. I could feel my body getting heavier, my head getting lighter, and a crushing sense of fatigue settling in. At this point, I'm having a hard time getting a true sense of what she's saying, as I'm busy fighting my own senses telling me to go to sleep and close my eyelids. My autopilot slowly starts to kick in, and I'm compelled to go with the flow of whatever she's saying, but not really paying any attention to the meaning behind it. It is also a sign that I had somewhat gotten used to her, as shown by my body's ability to stay calm and seek sleep while she's inches away from me in a private room, as opposed to my old nervousness around her. What's wrong? You look a bit tired. A bit is a massive understatement. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of sleepy. Oh no, we can't be having any of that on this special occasion. Here, I'll go get something to spark you up. It's fine, you don't have... She was already up to her desk before I could finish my sentence and goes to grab something out of a little bag, completely ignoring my pleas. Here, take this. Was this an energy pill or something? I guess you could call it that. I'm not exactly confident in what she gave me, but I trust her enough not to ask any questions beyond that, and just took it. At first I couldn't decipher any effects this may have had on me. Now what? I'm supposed to feel all pumped up? Don't worry, it'll take effect eventually. In the meantime, I'll get to work on you right away. Wow, did that actually just happen? I think that actually just happened. Well, thank you guys for watching this episode. It was a very interesting episode. Sorry if I didn't go on that date with Sayori and you wanted me to, but what can I say, dude? I'm a Yuriko kind of guy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching again, and I'll see you next time. Adios.